Right, okay, got that one for you, Graham. I'm just going to tidy a few of these models up, because I'm going to bring back the standard model as well, so you can tell everybody about the MG.
Okay, this again, signed by the man himself, Ron Jobson. This basically never exists. Doesn't exist.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not recorded anywhere.
It's not recorded. There's no records of it.
No.
Okay. This has total provenance to it because this came from the man himself who drew it.
Yeah.
An R&D department or wherever gave him this model to create the super fast artwork.
That's right.
At the time, they didn't have the super fast model.
That's right.
They had the colour. They hadn't developed the chassis. Now we haven't spoken about the transition period, which will lead it could lead into that.
Yeah.
So there you go. Absolute provenance. When Vectis or Julian auctions this in May and September this year, this will come with the provenance paperwork. I still own the auction catalogue for this, and we have the box signed.
Yeah. That's something to mention though. Ron Jobson, he was a freelance artist, so he didn't actually work within the Matchbox premises or any of the factories. So as Graham touched on, these models were shipped from the factory to the artist. They were converting to superfast. They knew what they were going to do as a commercial company to react to Hot Wheels, which had taken the market away, pulled the rug out.
Oh, I lost 2/3.
I know.
Yeah.
So
to Mattel.
Yeah. So the factory was on the brink of collapse, and that's no overstatement whatsoever. So they had to think very, very quickly to redesign the models to compete against Hot Wheels, and they came up with a better product.
They did. Oh,
For sure.
Sorry, all you Hot Wheel guys, but
yeah.
I'm sorry. It was a better quality product.
Yeah.
End of.
Come on, the bricks.
Yes.
So we're going to touch on now the transitional period. So Ron was doing the box artwork at home to a brief that he'd been given by the Lesney executives. So we're now going to move on from the blue regular wheel. So we'll just run through that transitional period.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the standard colour.
Yes.
Green.
Yeah.
If you could, probably, I think what would be helpful here as well, there's a timeline to production in the factory on all the Matchbox models. And if you could just run through that timeline for our viewers again, I think that would be quite helpful and quite interesting on these four models that we've got.
Well, can you grab the 64E box?
Yeah, of course I will.
Because
yeah, there's another.
Yeah.
We can cover the full timeline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one at this stage we'll remove because it's an oddity.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one-off.
Yeah. It's a one-off. So we're going back to sort of about 1967. Okay. And as you can see, model matching box artwork there. Okay. And
sorry to interrupt you, Graham. And another handy tip for collectors. This actually says it does exactly what it says on the tin. New model.
Yeah. Yeah.
New model. So that's our first variation.
Makes it right.
Yeah.
Okay. First issue. When it progresses, and I think there is another one over there. Is there? Do we have an E4 or not?
Unfortunately not.
No. They might not have done an E4. I can't remember. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are variations of these E boxes. But yeah, so you've gone from first issue, as you say, it does what it says on the tin. So you've got new model. So we know that's first issue. Okay, and you've got their model matching box art. As we progress, Matchbox box art changed quite significantly. Okay, so you've gone from a short, what we call E-style box, Matchbox curved across the top, to 68, early 69.
69,
yeah. This is what we call now an F box.
Yep, type F.
Okay. Bigger box. Okay.
Corporate logo's changed, hasn't it?
Very much so. Yeah. Very much so. So you've gone from a curved Matchbox logo to straight across the top and a more prominent logo. This was just development. This is box and artwork development.
And this happens all the way through the history
all
of
the
the
way,
company, doesn't
all
it?
the way through, and not just the 1 to 75s, but the king sizes and major packs.
Yeah,
and everything else.
don't you find it fascinating that they're constantly playing catch up on the box artwork?
Absolutely.
And some of them skip.
It's a work in progress.
Isn't it?
Box artwork and model development was a total work in progress. And again, my collection shows that work in progress.
Yeah.
From first number 64, which is the Scammell breakdown truck in the D box. So then you get into the E box, the F box. Now, this is the fascinating
Isn't
period,
it?
the transitionals.
It's all going on here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The transitionals. Okay, as you can see, we first transitioned to a green with super fast wheels. Same box art as the regular wheel model, but we now have the super fast flash here incorporated. Some are red, most of them are black.
Yep.
And we're showing super fast wheels. Now, there was a bit of artwork cheat there because you can see essentially it's the same box.
Yeah, they've just put the super fast wheels on.
Again, they were in a rush to react to the Mattel problem. So essentially the same box. So this is all flowing nicely. So we've gone from early issue E to the F Superfast in green, and then we go to 1970. We're getting a bit more brash in colours. We're getting all glam rocky here. Okay,
and we can just see.
Yeah.
This is why we call it a transitional period. We're moving from the regular wheel colour of green to the Superfast production colour of blue.
Yeah. And if we turn this over, artwork again completely changed. Yeah. We're going very 70s here.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very much so.
And we're getting the speed theme into everything.
Exactly. Yeah. That was their marketing. You know, let's get this Hot Wheel problem dealt with.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
Okay. Very significantly. Okay. They got their market back, particularly in America. So there we have it. So you see that classic progression of models, which is why this one shouldn't exist, but it does.
It was never known until collectively we had the opportunity to buy it because it's surfaced. It had been in the property of the artist.
Yes, for all those years.
All that time.
Yeah, and it sort of stops in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which seems wrong, but if we're looking at a chronological timeline, that's right.
Yeah, but also you'll see there is a shade difference there.
Yeah.
So you've got a very light blue, and the super fast one was a darker blue there. So all you bodgers and fakers out there, that's the only real one that exists.
Yeah.
So if
there are no others.
There's no others. So for folks at home, if you get offered one of these, it'll be fake. Because this is the only one. Because this has come straight from the horse's mouth.
That's right.
Okay, so if any of you scallywags are copying this, and somebody's offered one, and it doesn't come through this auction house, it's fake.
Yeah.
Because it's the only one that exists. And if people at home have got one, it'll be fake.
Yeah.
And we want to get that point across.
We do. We should do another video, Graham.
We should do the bodgery and fakery.
I know, and how to spot
And
them.
I hope the bodgers and fakers get to watch this, because you guys are doing my head in.
Yeah.
You're killing the market.
Yeah, they are. It just taints it for all the genuine collectors.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, I know from my experience of working here, generally speaking, I mean, your collection's unique because there aren't any.
No.
But generally speaking, when I get a large collection in, unfortunately, there are a few items which aren't right. And as I've said before to you, Graham, nobody ever fakes
a common model.
No. It's never faked. It's only ever the ones that have a very high price realisation.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So you have to ask yourself at home, ladies and gentlemen, if you get offered something and it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
It is too good to be true.
In this market.
As a collector and a dealer, it is a massive problem, and it's a problem that we're all on the cusp of. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm literally on a weekly basis being offered things that aren't right. Julian gets offered things probably every week himself.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, they've got to write them off when people go, oh, Julian, can you look at this for me? Sorry, it's fake.
Yeah.
And whenever that asks for provenance, there isn't any. Oh, I just found it in a loft, or oh, I've had it in my collection for years. Ugh, that old story.
Or I bought a big lot out
Yes.
of another auction house.
Yeah, and there it
behold,
was.
there it was.
There it was. Now, I'm not knocking collectors that can't afford these price points, that either want to repaint a model
No.
or do their own variant, because there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's when they're being sold on
Yeah.
as the genuine article.
If you're manufacturing them deliberately to deceive, that's when it becomes fraudulent.
Exactly.
Up to that point, it's just a bit of fun.
This model here is the best example, okay, because of the total provenance to it, that we both know,
Yeah.
okay, that model was not produced.
No.
End of.
No.
There's not another one out there, folks, is there?
No, there isn't.
So if you've got one or you get offered one, be warned, it won't be right.
And it's only when the knowledge gets out there, once our catalogue actually goes to press, and indeed this YouTube video, people will become aware of this model and they will start to look for it. They won't believe us.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
Yes.
Collectors want hope, don't they?
Yes.
That they're going to be able to find another
Yeah.
one.
If that model is not bought from Vectis in May or maybe September, okay, then it's not right.
None had turned up from 1969/70
Till now.
till now.
Yeah. And the reason why, because there's only one.
Only one.
And
it was in hibernation
Yes. Yes.
for most of that period.
Yes. And I was lucky to buy it
Yeah.
about 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, about 10 years. So whoever buys that model, you get the provenance to it. You get the paperwork for it.
Yes.
Okay, it will be a photocopy of the paperwork because Vectis want to keep it for their records.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
It'll all be tied
but
in.
it will be tied in and done. And we've got similar provenance to a lot of other.
Yeah, that's the case to a lot of models in Graham's collection. You know, when I'm cataloguing them, I'll actually be tying them into where they actually came from. So there is a trail.
Yeah.
You know, on all, not all of them, but
Not all of them,
a
no.
large number of models where you may not know about them, you may have never seen them before, but we'll actually add that provenance to the lot for you.
Yeah, and quite often it will be a prolific auction sale that wasn't through Vectis.
Yeah, unfortunately, a few have slipped through our fingers over the years.
It does happen.
Yeah.
It does.
You can't have everything.
No,
it's impossible.
yeah, absolutely.
I would like to.
Yeah.
But, you know, we haven't.
Yeah.
So we'll be tying those in, and those other auction sales predominantly are ex-Matchbox employees.
Yes.
So again,
Yes.
it's not third hand, fourth hand, fifth hand. It's not been through lots of different collections. It's actually come directly from the people who are involved in producing and designing these models in the factory.
I've been very lucky. Almost where I live, just outside London.
You're in the right place.
I was in the right place.
Where all the factories were dotted around.
Yes, exactly. Okay, that's just luck. Okay, you know, I was born. You're born where you're born.
You were born
that's
lucky.
it. I was born lucky. Born lucky. Yeah, born lucky. So because of my location, okay, a lot of people have contacted me. Again, what's helped me with my collection has been a prolific dealer. So having the website out there, so people, if you Google Matchbox toys, you'll find us.
Yeah.
Right. And when people find you, they go, "Oh, right, this guy knows about Matchbox toys."
Yeah.
And a lot of my prime pieces, we're not talking the Commonwealth Garden ones because you can get those anywhere. Okay, but the prime pieces, the rare pieces, the pre-productions, the colour trials have come from the people that worked at the factory that have contacted me. I've met them and we've had a cup of tea and a chat, and you know, I've been lucky enough to buy them.
Yeah.
And spent the whole day with these people. So and Julian has as well.
Yeah, I've been lucky
and this is how you gain your knowledge. This is how you find out about certain casting variations and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, just little
and time frames.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and there's little quirks to manufacture in the factory, particularly for the pre-productions. They have a certain style to them. You know, and you know instantly, Graham. Don't you? Once you've handled enough of them, it only takes a split second most of the time to know. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Or that's wrong.